So we're chatting with Mom, number 3. And today we're going to talk about Mom's childhood a little bit. So Mom, you have any stories about your childhood?
Yeah, I got a few.
A few, more than a few. So many stories you told me.
Yeah.
Different things that happened to you, like the man upstairs and...
Oh, that was...
Nah, when Mama called you cow and...
Oh, yeah. I was little then.
Yeah, those different kind of stories. Oh, you pick them. You say something.
I can tell you the one about when I fell off the top of the roof.
God, you're a daredevil, huh?
Oh, yeah. No, I was little.
You were little?
I was little. I was up there. My sister and my cousin Danny and my sister Carol. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They were climbing up a roof, and I wanted to go with them. So I said, oh. They said, no, you can't go. You're too little. I said, no, I want to go. So I went.
Emma's listening.
Uh-huh.
Emma,
So
you listening?
The roof. Okay, this ain't just a regular roof. This was, they used to fix semi-trucks, you know, them big trucks that carry big stuff, big semi. Well, it was like a garage to fix them. So it was a metal roof and everything was metal, you know.
Right.
So we get up to the roof. And I'm slipping, and I'm going, Carol, I'm slipping. No, you're not yet.
Phoebe, stop it. Ah.
Carol,
Sorry,
I'm
Phoebe
slipping.
scratching something she shouldn't be.
I go, Carol, I'm slipping. And she goes, no, you're not. And all of a sudden, I'm slipping. And down I went, all the way down, and it was tall. It had to be like 30 foot tall.
Oh, my gosh.
I went all the way down, and on the edge, it was like that. You know how that...
Yeah, the tin. Yeah,
yeah.
You know, I know what you're talking about, yeah.
And I had a mole in my knee. Well, it cut the mole off my knee.
Oh, ew.
And
Yuck.
I fell down.
She's laughing.
Standing up, I fell down, and I was in between two buildings, and I couldn't move. I was stuck. I started crying and screaming. Well, I was there for a long time because the people in the building who were working on all the cars, the trucks, couldn't hear me because they were running all the machines and stuff. Well, in the evening, I say about 5 o'clock, when they stopped because it was time to get off of work, and they hear me screaming and hollering because I had been down there 2 or 3 hours stuck in between the walls.
Oh, gosh.
But anyway, so...
Hours. That's a long time for a little girl.
I was little. I bet I was.
Probably were hungry, crying for your mama.
I was crying. I was all cut up, all scraped up. Because the edge of
and then if you said it was like a repair type shop, like they fix trucks and all.
Semi-trucks.
Oh my God, that's loud.
Yeah,
the big machines,
so
they couldn't have heard you.
I'm screaming, hollering, crying. Finally, I'm screaming, hollering, and I said, well, I didn't hear no more noise in there, so I said, so I started screaming again, and I was crying, and it was a big. Tall, big guy, and he was a African.
He was a black man, yeah.
Black man, and he heard.
Which is scary for a little girl.
Yeah,
back in the 50s, it's not racist, but no segregation and everything, you know. No. So anyway, and it's New Orleans, so.
He goes, somebody there. He was kind of scared. He thought it might have been a ghost, maybe. I don't know. He could have. So I'm like, help! I'm stuck. He said, you're stuck. Where you at? I said, I'm here. And he goes, oh, keep talking so I can figure out where you're at, because he had to take a hatchet.
Right.
Because it was metal, the walls, and chop a big hole in it, right? So he didn't want to hit me with the hatchet. So I kept talking, hollering. So he went on the side of me. Okay, it was like I was here, and he went about 3 foot, maybe 2 foot on the side. So finally he gets a hole cut in the wall, and he looks in there with the flashlight, and here I am. And he goes, little girl, what are you doing? He says, I fell down with my mama. Anyway, he goes, well, give me your hand. So he put his hand in there, and I gave him my hand, and he kind of pulled me out slowly. Finally, he got me out. He picked me up and carried me. He said, you know where you live? I said, yeah. I only live one the same.
I know. Don't they realize you were missing? I mean, my goodness gracious.
Because when we were kids, we would go play with our friends. It was a neighborhood.
But you said you were little.
I was 6 or 7.
Oh, wow.
I was old enough to go. My friends lived right
around the corner and
stuff.
right
at the corner. They had one.
See, I wouldn't even dream to let my 6-year-old go walking around the corner by herself. It's different now, you know.
We could go
crime and kidnapping and idiots.
It wasn't like that.
Morons.
So he said, you know, I said, yeah, I know where I live, and I'm still crying. He said, don't cry. He said, I'm gonna take you to your mama. So he carried me.
Oh, you were little, you know, skinny kid.
I was very skinny. I was skinny. So he carries me there. I said, well, this is where I live. So he goes in.
Imagine your mama's face, a big old black man knocked on the door.
Teresa, what's wrong? She was worried about me. Mom was. Anyways, so he says, well, he told her the story. She goes, who was you up there with? I said, Carol and Danny. Okay.
Oh, boy, I can imagine.
Oh. They got it when
they should have gotten a spanking or something.
But they didn't tell her because they knew that. I guess they was afraid, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, shoot.
Well, Danny was older though. Carol was not too old, but Danny was older. Yeah. Anyway, so he brought me home, and I had a mole on my knee, cut the mole off my knee. I was all scraped up, all scratched up.
Now you can talk about your grandma for a while, Nana.
Oh, you don't want to hear about her, trust me.
Tell about the time she sent you upstairs to go talk to the man upstairs. Tell that story.
Mr. Joe? Oh, no.
Or did Nana that sent you up there? Was your mama?
My mom, it was Christmas Eve, right?
Mm-hmm.
My mama always cooked for the holidays. She cooked turkey.
Yeah, a woman could cook. That's where we got most of our recipes from her.
Homemade, right?
Homemade French recipes passed down for generations.
Where you going? I said, well, my sister lived upstairs. There was 3 apartments. Mr. Joe lived in the back. Diane, my sister, lived in the middle. And then they had these 2 guys who lived in the front apartment. I was going upstairs to tell Diane to come down to do something to help her or something. I said, okay, I'll go. So I'm going up there. Where the steps, I'm going to show you with my hand. You walk up the steps, you turn around, and you walk up like that.
Yeah, like a little curve.
And right where you turn, he had a banister. His porch was there.
A platform, yeah.
Well, I got up to the top of the right where you turn, and I had turned to come up the steps, and he talked. He said, and it was Teresa. He couldn't hardly talk.
Oh yeah, he was hurt.
I turned around. He had been fighting with his girlfriend up there. They were both drunk. Anyway, I turned around, and what do you think? He's standing there. All his insides was in his hand. She stabbed him like that in a car. He was holding his intestines.
He's holding his guts.
His guts in his hand. Tell your mom to call an ambulance. I was never so scared in all my life.
You're a little kid. I mean, come on.
I was little. I don't know. I might have been about 8 or 9. I don't know.
Still little for a child to see. That's like watching a horror movie in real life. Jason, where's he at?
Going, start screaming. I run down the steps. Mama.
Mama, do it again. What you do?
I just down the steps. So I go, Mama. And she goes, what's wrong with you? Did you tell Diane? No, why not? Mr. Joe, he needs you to call an ambulance. His belly is all hanging out. He's holding it in his hand.
Oh, my gosh.
I explain it. She goes, what? We called an ambulance. By the time the ambulance got there, he went back inside. Ambulance. He died. He laid in the bed.
There's that accent again.
He did. He died in the bed.
Ew.
And so wait, I gotta tell you. So I was afraid to go up the steps from then on. I would never go up there at nighttime, and I'd never go up by myself. I was afraid.
Well, yeah, you're a kid.
So they call the police. They bring him down down on the stretcher, and didn't cover him up. There he was laying there with all his, and his face was like he was traumatized.
Yeah, he hurt. He died. He suffered.
So I saw that. That didn't help. So the police, it was a crime scene. So my grandma had to lock it up and had to leave it locked up to the detectives or something got there. And they told us we couldn't clean nothing up or nothing, right? It stayed like that for like 2 weeks. They never did come back. I mean, they came back, but they never told my grandma we could clean it up. Well, me and my 2 sisters had to go clean up that mess.
Oh my gosh.
And I told her, I am not going to clean that up. I couldn't, you know.
Right, I don't blame you.
Carol and Diane ended up cleaning it up, but I couldn't go in there. And I was
honestly, the adults should have done that. Or they should have called a professional cleaning group to clean it up, because you're supposed to clean up blood a certain way, you know.
They didn't have AIDS and all that back then.
Oh, they did. They just it wasn't prominent.
Well, they didn't.
I think AIDS originates in the 70s.
Yeah, they didn't have AIDS back then.
Or late 60s.
But you know, well, I think my grandma might have come help him. I don't know, but so the woman that killed him got away with it. They left her out of jail, so she came back. And she come back, try to get up there and take all his stuff out. Honey, my grandma went after her with a cane, hit her in the head, knocked her.
Good, she deserved it.
She said, you ain't getting nothing, because she didn't
deserve it.
Yeah, she didn't deserve it. She was just a wino that was just went up there with him, you know.
Which? Look at Emma on TV.
Yeah, looks just like
her. Looks just like my kitty cat, Emma.
Look at you, Emma.
Emma, you're a movie star, Emma.
So that's what happened. That was bad.
All right, well, we have time for one more story.
Well, I tell you, we was all kids, and we'd sit outside on the steps at night and just talk.
Or
we'd play games and whatever, you know. So we were in a car. They had an old car that was just an old car.
Abandoned car,
It didn't run. It just sat there. So we decided we got cigars.
Oh, God.
Me, KK, Lulu, Mary Ann Conjata, Diane. We was all in this car. Carol, Bobby. We all in there smoking cigars, right?
Oh, God.
And you got the windows rolled up. You couldn't see because it was full of smoke. And all of a sudden, cops come from everywhere. And we got scared. We thought they was coming after us.
Smoking cigars, going to jail.
In the car.
It's the smoke police.
Real crazy when we was kids. Anyway, so they came. So all of a sudden, they stopped right by the car, and they stopped right there because we were sitting. The car was like on the corner. We lived the first house, one house off the corner, and we sit at the corner house because they had double steps. And they stopped, and so the police get out with their guns, with their guns in their hand, and they go down towards St. Charles Street. We lived on Britannia, and St. Charles was the next street. So they go down there, and all of a sudden we hear gunshots, pow, 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 and we're standing there because. Where we were standing was on the corner was a bar room, and they had the big neon sign. Well, the gunshot hit the neon sign, and we were standing underneath.
Oh,
the sign.
Gosh!
You want to see some kids run? We ran, so we're gonna run back to our house, run in the gate. Well, we had 2 dogs, and Marianne gets in there, and the dog chased around. The dog wouldn't let her in.
Oh, God! Let me in.
She goes, all of us got in, but they would not let Marianne get in. I don't know why.
Go to the front door.
She was. She was screaming hard.
Oh, wow.
So anyway, so after it's all over, so we go walk down that nosy kids, right? Where they shot this guy. He was somebody's chauffeur who was waiting for his person that he chauffeured there. And he was on the ground dead. And then I saw that, and was
this after or before, Joe?
This was after. I saw that, and they shot him too many times. I don't know why. Somebody reported somebody had a gun or something. I don't know, but they shot him, and he was laying on the ground, right? And I didn't do it till after I got sick in the stomach. I got real sick. I started throwing up because it was not good. So we sitting there, and the guy that works at it was a restaurant called Delmonico's.
Oh, I know.
High-class.
Yeah, everybody knows that name.
Okay.
Well, in Louisiana, you knew it.
Excuse me. Anyway, so
what's she doing?
She grabbed. What are you doing? So anyway, so the guy comes out with the hose, and he's hosing up the blood and all from the guy.
Ew.
And the cops chased him off. So what's wrong with you? They needed to, draw the line around the guy. He's over there hosing it off, and they chased him back.
Ooh.
Yeah, she's in that mood.
Emma, come here.
Come here. Yes.
Scared her.
So that was another time I saw somebody die. I saw somebody die 3 times. The last time was your daddy.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that story. Not right now.
That wasn't like,
that's not a nice story.
No. Yeah, but I mean, that wasn't like he got stabbed or shot.
Yeah, but you watched him have a heart attack. And that was...
yeah, but it was different. So I got traumatized as a child.
So many different stories when you were a kid.
Oh, we used to do.
Can you remember any stories Dad said about him when he was little?
Oh, he did tell me a story that they used to have, in them days when we lived was old houses, and they had sheetrock, but it was like chalk, and they had a little hole in the wall when he got He said he kept eating.
Oh my God! There wasn't he anemic. He got anemic
That's
from
why
it.
he became anemic.
Yeah, I know you see raw meat, nasty. Ugh.
He became anemic because he ate the little hole. By the time he finished, it was a hole this big. It wasn't like the sheetrock of today.
Right.
It was like, I don't know. He's sitting there. He told me about that. I told you the one about him walking across the pool.
Yeah, that was different.
I could. Let me tell you the one about the cockroach with Momo.
Oh no, that's another day.
Okay.
We'll talk about other family members another day.
Yeah.
All right, Ma, that's cool.
But anyway, I was traumatized 3 times. More than that, because I fell off a lot of roofs. I fell out of trees.
Ma, your childhood's traumatic. I fell out of trees too.
I fell out trees.
I hurt myself. Still hurt from it.
Yeah. Many, many things. One time I was riding my bicycle and I was riding it real fast. We were racing and I hit the sewer and I fell out and hit my head on that cement.
Emma, come here.
That hurt.
Emma, come here. Come here, baby.
She's mad.
It's like I'm mad. I don't know why. I ain't doing nothing.
I know.
She's one grabbing you.
I know.
There she goes. Gonna jump down. Afraid of heights. Cat that's afraid of heights. Can you believe it? Come here.
She ran.
Emma.
Anyway, she's gone. She went that way.
Oh, well.
All right, so that was it for the day.
Yeah, Ma, you've done had ashtrays broken on you and turtle eggs thrown on you.
My cousin were fighting.
You ran down the street naked.
He threw a ceramic ashtray. I got
hit you in the head, yeah.
I got a scar up there from it. One time we were swinging on the gate, and I would swing him, and then I would get on and he would swing me, but he didn't want to swing me. So I said, no, I swung you, now you got to swing me. He said, no. So he pushed the gate, and I got a big scar on my knee where the screw went into my knee.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was mean sometimes.
Mean old meanie.
He didn't want, I swung him a lot of times, so it was my turn for him to swing me, but he didn't want to swing me.
Shame on you, Bobby.
Yeah, he was bad.
he lives in Florida.
He at me and hit me in the head and busted my head open. I had a big scar up there.
He lives in Florida now.
Yeah.
With his wife and grandkids and children.
Yeah.
Y'all old people.
Yeah. No, he's younger than me. I'm
still old.
He's like about...
He's got to be in his 50s or 60s.
Yeah, he's a couple years younger than me. He's probably like 58 or something.
Yeah. All right.
But Carol, she was like 2 or 3 years
Yeah, it's kind of a shame your whole brothers and sisters are all gone except Lawrence.
Yep. I was number 13,
Uncle Lawrence.
believe it or not.
And you're the 13th kid, so a lot of kids.
Yep. Lawrence, I don't know if he's alive or not. I don't know. I don't hear from him no more. They moved to Colorado.
To be with Stephanie.
I sent him a
He's
Christmas
probably still
card.
there.
I sent him a Christmas card, but I never got no response. She usually sends me a card every year. Patricia,
right?
Wife, but I never got no response.
You have to give her a call.
Yeah, I know, but when me and her get on the phone, we talk for like 6 hours.
Yeah, well, that's not new. You and Phyllis and you and Patricia used to do that all the time.
I know.
Since I was little.
Me and Joy, too. They used to go, who you talking to? Phyllis. Oh, I'm going to bed. He said, you'll be there at least 4 or 5
I said, that's not new. There ain't nothing to throw a stick at, because that has always been the case with you and Patricia.
Me and Patricia.
And Phyllis. Patricia is her brother's wife, and Phyllis is my dad's sister.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's only 2 people.
The sister-in-laws. You always were friends with your sister. That's the only really sister-in-laws you really had. Yeah, George's wife, but that's it, and y'all didn't get along.
We weren't too close.
So that was actually George's wife, and Uncle George was my nanny and my godmother and godfather. So we were Catholic that day, though, long ago.
That with her, just Patricia and Phyllis.
All right, well, I'm going to end this video.
Okay.
So please subscribe to the Free to Be Tracy NY. All the links are in the bottom. And you guys have a great day.
Enjoy my story.
And I hope you enjoy Mom's story, just chatting with Mom. A blast from the past. And Tracy out.
Bye.
Bye. Smile, Ma.